welcome to another Parts Factory tutorial installation video. Today we're going to be chucking an overflow bottle in this 2006 to 2011 Holden Captiva. Now this particular video covers the twin pipe type overflow bottle. However, the overflow bottle is exactly the same for a single pipe in the 4-cylinder equivalent Captivas. You just have to undo one less pipe. But the tutorial will work for all models of Captiva. Pretty straightforward job, little bit more complicated than some of the other overflow bottle jobs, but look, we're going to rip straight into this one and I'll show you how to do it as we go. Right, first things first, you want to be making sure that the engine and cooling system has cooled down to a touchable temperature. Anything above, say, the 60-70 degree mark will burn you, and it will be pressurized as well, so make sure it's all nice and cool. We want to start by undoing our top radiator pipes by dragging this hose clamp back, just crimping down on that, giving it a twist. Should be able to pull it off, tuck it out of the way. We've got our second one just here. Pull it down the pipe a bit, pliers on, give it a twist, pull it off. You can see how we're just tucking these pipes out of the way. Next step, guys, was we're going to undo this power steering fluid reservoir off the overflow bottle. It seems there's no nut on the other side, but we're going to have a look at that in a sec. We want to be putting our bolts up the top there out of the way, but we're not going to forget where they are. 2 bolts there. Now we've got to find a nice spot to put this power steering fluid reservoir container. Probably just going to bring it over here, just stuff it in under there, guys, just so it's just tucked out of the way like that. Now next step, we're going to want to remove this lid off the fuse box. Comes off from this side first. Chuck this lid out of the way. I'm hoping we'll be able to slide it out that direction, but we'll find out as we go. We have this little resistor here. Just going to tuck that out of the way again. Same thing. Undo this 10mm here, which also holds the overflow bottle anyway. Once it's loose, you can finish it by hand. Once again, placing the bolt up on top, just so we don't lose anything. Now there's another 10mm in underneath here. We're going to get that one next. Once it's loose, finishing it off by hand. Now before we pull back on this socket, we want to put our hand underneath, catch the nut. Now you can see that overflow bottle is loose. Right, so at this point I've sped up the video. This is my first time doing this job, so I work out the best way to squeeze this out of this area. It actually does come out fairly easy. Just as long as you have that fuse box cover off, squeeze it out there. You'll see once it frees up there. Now we've pulled that out of there. However, it is quite tight. Just going to see if we can undo this. Just like that. Undoing that hose clamp. Now we're going to have a look at the replacement part we're going to be installing back into it. Now your overflow bottle might look a little bit different to this one and this one, because both of these are in pretty good condition. However, the Holden Captiva is known to suffer from premature overflow bottle failure, whereas the plastic perishes because of the heat and the heat cycles the car's cooling system goes through. Right, tucking the old overflow bottle through this hole wasn't exactly the best way to do it. However, I'm going to first see if we can put this one back through that hole without removing any other parts and etc. Right, so as you can see, we were managed to tuck this overflow bottle back in without removing the battery, fuse box, aircon lines, etc, etc. It is a little tricky, but there's no real way, there's no real textbook way to get it in there. I was just putting it in on an angle, giving it a twist, etc, etc. I'm sure you guys can manage. Now just remember, the first step would now to be chuck the main radiator hose down there, back onto there without losing too much coolant. So let's get back into it. So now we're going to put that bottom radiator hose back on. Should just be able to pull it on with your hand. Using your pliers, we will pull up on that hose clamp. I have this radiator hose here, which is the final one. There we go. Done. All good? Recording? Right, all done. Took about 5 to 10 minutes. Pretty straightforward, to be honest. It's actually easier than I originally thought it was going to be. If you are interested in videos like these ones, guys, make sure you give us a like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Parts Factory Oz. And yeah, look, my name's Lucas Strapes. I guess I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.